Hi, this card is another Easter card. This card features two cute little peeps with a little sparkle like the candy that you get in your Easter basket. And I have a cute little saying, it's on the front, "Without you, I'd go off the peep end." I'm featuring the last bit of the pattern paper that I made for these cards for Easter. You can find a video link below that shows you how to make this pattern paper. It's really simple. The inside features another little peep and the saying, "Please enjoy this peep offering." I thought this was an adorable card and I hope you'll try it yourself. Let me go over the materials that I used to make this card. I'm using a card base cut 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, a yellow mat cut 5 1/4 by 4. I'm using 2 pieces of white cut 2 3/4 by 2. I also have a strip of green, which is about 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. This is a little longer than you'll need. I also am using some adhesive back fun foam to pop up the rabbits. If you don't have the fun foam, you can also use foam tape. And again, I'm using the last little strip of my pattern paper that I made. I have a link below showing you how to make this paper. The stamp set I'm using is by Simon Says Stamp, My Kind of Peeps stamp set with a die. There's a die cut for each of the little peeps, and they're really easy to line up and cut out. The multi-part stamp has the solid image for the body and then an outline, and then there's also little eyes and nose for the face. It's really cute. The inks I'm using today is Versafine Onyx Black, Memento Lilac Posies, Lulu Lavender. I'm also using Tuxedo Black for the outlines for the peeps because the Onyx Black may smear, so I don't want to use that. I'm also using Dandelion. So let me clear up this stuff and I'll just get started and go right through the card. And now I'm going to stamp the peeps. I'm bringing in my Misty tool and I've already put the stamps on the door where I need them to be. The first step is to put in the first of the white papers and stamp the Lulu Lavender solid image of the peep. Since I'm going to be using 2 different colors, I have to clean the stamp between the colors. And now I'm bringing in the second piece of white and I'm stamping the Lilac Posies. And now I'm sliding the paper up to the top part and I'm getting the Memento Tuxedo Black and I'm going to stamp the outline onto the peep. It's very easy to see where to stamp. And doing the same thing for the other. Now all I have to do is line up the die cut with the stamping and take it to the big shot. I held the stamp and die in place with a Post-it to make sure it didn't move. Now I'm going to stamp the sentiment for the inside of the card. And I have the smallest of the peeps, and I'm stamping the solid peep in the Dandelion, and then I will bring in the Memento Tuxedo Black and stamp the outline. Now I'm going to take the die cut and the fun foam and cut out the 2 peeps in the fun foam. I could have done this at the same time that I did the other, but I did it separate. And it just pops right out. It goes through your die cut machine, no problem. Now I'm going to start assembling the front panel. I'm taking my ATG gun and I'm running some tape along the paper strip, and I'm lining it up even with the yellow mat. There'll be a little bit extra hanging over the end, but that's all right. I'm doing the same thing for the green strip, making sure to butt the green strip directly up to the pattern paper. And now that that's done, just flip it over and trim off the excess. When you do it this way, you can be sure that you don't have a little bit of gap between the ends of the papers. And now I'm going to do the stamping for the front. The bottom sentiment says, "You're my kind of peep." And the upper sentiment says, "Without you, I'd go off the peep end." And I'm making sure that I'm leaving enough space for the two peeps to be in between the sentiments. Now I need to adhere the fun foam to the peep. But first I need to put their face in. It's another little stamp that has winking eyes and solid eyes and grinning eyes. I just went with the solid because that's what you expect to see on the peep. So adhering the fun foam, you just take the paper backing off and hold the two together and line it up. If this was problematic for you, and it tends to be for me, you can just use the fun foam tape. Now grabbing my bone folder, I press the crease and I start assembling the card. I want to be sure that I have the panel up and not laying flat, so I'm taking some foam tape and outlining the edge of the panel. I'm using a lot of it because I want to make sure that the panel doesn't sag in the middle. To prevent that sagging, I could have used fun foam, but I went ahead and used the tape. Now it's just a matter of pulling off the tape and aligning the card front with the panel. You see me take one last look to make sure that I have the card upside right and not backwards. Now the ATG gun, I just put the adhesive directly on the back of the peeps. This fun foam takes the adhesive tape really well, and just put them in place. Finally, I grab my Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pen and I sparkle up all over the front of the peeps. Peeps are covered with little candy. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the peeps, but most people that I know are. And they come in a multitude of colors. It's usually the first thing that got eaten in our Easter baskets. I can't tell if you can see the sparkle, but in real life it's really, really sparkly. And that's the finished card. It went together really quick. I hope you'll try to make a card similar to this yourself. If you don't have this stamp set, you can replicate it with whatever stamps you do have. I appreciate people watching my videos. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I try to put out new content pretty frequently. Right now I'm working on my Easter cards, but there'll be more content coming soon. Thanks for watching and have a good day.